Let me give you an idea of how I tune my outlook on this life and then excel when I write. Take rule over this paper like a notebook as I unapologetically cite humanity's crimes, the government lies, all the oppression and taking of innocent lives. Because when I write, I extract the art from this heart. I said when I write, I extract the art from heart. So here's some advice. Don't just seek FaceTime whenever you step up to a mic. Instead, use this as a launch pad to deliver PowerPoints through rhyme. I've seen enough of these guys only doing this to be liked. Now, picture this. When I spit, it's as if a hand audience is a frame for each of these images that I paint and let it convey the way that my faith shapes and correlates with the content that I make. Tell the pad to hold the weight of my pain and watch the spine nearly break from the strain. Because carrying the world can be an unbearable burden. So I make like a surgeon and operate as a wordsmith. I'm meticulous with these adjectives and verbs and weaving together these words to compose every relevant verse. I stay focused and tactical, like with square, rectum, circle and FIFA. This is a structure of features for seekers and readers that wish to live like more than just aimless creatures. Which is why my pad is more than a PlayStation. It's where I embrace liberating myself from societal caging, because there's no room on these pages for marginal greatness, and these stages are no place for closed-minded space invaders to enforce their hatred. The truth is, I want to make my mark like a Sharpie, so I place value in my work like a maths equation, displaying a love for this that's blatant. My device is a literary means for making statements. This is creative engagement, except for clout chasers and status attainment. But perspective positions people perfectly, so pick prudently, prioritizing what's paramount because pertinent pondering provides opportunity. I've impressed on galaxies like Samsung while building a legacy where letters in harmony formulate words deserving of memory. This isn't a hobby, I believe there's a reason for everything. Hence, each of my sentences is a bartender then rendered with the message intended, like a beverage for a patron invested in tasting the best on the menu suggested. I guess that makes me a bartender in ethical essence. After all, I get drunk on spirit without a bottle and bowl. There's no alcohol to take control and dictate how I channel my hopes. I mean, how can poison ever be the antidote for troubling thoughts? Wait, maybe that was whiskey to mention, but I'm determined to look after my senses. I can wipe in the dirt from some lenses, seeking a clarity that cleanses. I never want the enemy on the fences, and honestly, offense is never intended. I'm just sending a message. It's vital I look after this blessing. Because some poets will do this and abuse it, use it and be useless, and more often it's music. You can call me ruthless, it's just I view this as more than a popular movement. So my thesaurus wrecks ABC schemes with no remorse, despite the hardships that stayed the course, knowing a megalosaurus, real artists ignored until lyricists took a stand, seemingly hand in hand against every plan, an unaccomplished man, woman or man that mumble brand land, supporting the grands and thousands of young fans. But that's nothing but wishful thinking. While I'm putting this ink in, I'm sinking, gripping this art form of energy stripped thin. In order to retain my high standards, I tell myself I'm doing this for Allah regardless. Yet I feel like I'm stranded in an ocean of madness. I'm a broad brand with capacity conscious brand width. I'm not looking for fans, I'm looking for like-minded people to stand with. It's bizarre how most rappers once hoped to be slim, or at least join a list of lyricists dominating the scene. Now there's no logic or vision clearing the things a lot of today's rappers are spitting, and that's just reflective of rap's best days gone. But I feel like we would see a change if less artists were afraid of letting their pens break like BP. I marvel at how so many of these artists are deceived. I just want to see the real talent succeed. The last of us actually sowing seeds of wisdom whenever we speak, allowing our self-esteem to mingle with dreams and to greet every one of these pages our pens meet. Because loafers often commodify and become soul traders, sever ties with their brains to change fame and great trainers. But they don't have a clue though if they're playing Guess Who with their reflection when the hype slows. I know it's an uphill battle for growth when your heart speech doesn't correspond with the beat on these line sheets. I'm left weak as I see the effects of this bleach take a toll on my reach, and the passion my ink needs begins to seep in and bleed from this muscle my art's breached. But I've got this all ironed out, like a memo decreased and lifted from these genes as though it was destined to be. So I start reading its themes. It reminds me I do this to annotate on the difficulties this life brings. If I follow my heart from the start, then my art wins, and that giving in me signing my own death note like light did. Nice. So even though my will's stiff, I feel like I'm on the edge of a cliff just trying to enlighten ignorant minds. I'm in this precarious position just praying my aim stick. So I maintain hold of my plans whenever the pen's in my hand. And if for some reason I'm forced to make this my last stand, then I'm Logan. I'm going out with a bang.